welcome. Oh, I had to make sure. Welcome, everybody, to Fashion Victuals Radio right here on RipRadioNetwork.com. As you can see today, I am solo dolo. It's going to be like this for quite a while. Except
You're not
for,
solo.
I mean, no, I'm not solo.
Shoot, you're not Han Solo.
You're like, you don't. It's very rare you come on the camera. It's very rare you
Lately,
come from
I'm
behind the camera.
Right, that's true. So I'm off the side.
So always with me is my super producer, Brian. He's always with me.
Come Benoit.
Wait, hold up. You know what? I just noticed the clock is wrong.
There was a power surge around here. So,
okay.
So it's a lot of, but I got you. Don't worry.
So I'm like, I feel super dressed down, but below I feel super dressed up.
Shoot, not with your hooker boots that you were wearing.
That's because, first of all, where I am right now, it is like cold and windy and rainy. So this is like the perfect wear for me today.
Okay.
Is it not?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I when I came in, it was okay, but but I've been here for a while, which I can understand. So
breezy as hell.
Breezy.
So today is the big show, everybody. Yay. We are going to discuss Fashion Week. So my headphones not working either.
It should be working.
They're not working. Anywho.
Well, you'll find out later.
Anywho, if you all are not aware, every Fashion Week comes around twice a year, in February and in September, and it normally goes through all four countries. Right. Well, certain countries. You have New
York.
Big
Four.
You emphasize yes, the big my four. Bad. The Big Four, and the Big Four is New York, London, Milan, and Paris. Those are the Big Four. Honestly, to me, they're the only ones that count. But no shade to everybody in the city who has their own Fashion Week, because I know a lot of cities have their own Fashion Week. Here in D.C., we have our own Fashion Week. Philly has a Fashion Week. San Diego has a Fashion Week. New Zealand has a Fashion Week. Yeah.
Miami. Actually, I think Tokyo is Fashion Week is right now. So.
Yes, Tokyo has one, and then Miami is the capital of the Swim Week, so they have that every year. Australia, somewhere else in Australia has a Fashion Week. I think
it's Melbourne.
It could be Melbourne, but yes, there's Fashion Week everywhere. But the Big Four: New York, London, Milan, and Paris. But I digress. We'll see how this goes today, because I was disappointed with some shows, and some I was just like, oh, okay. So far, my favorite is Balmain and Saint Laurent. So far. So
we'll get into that a little later. I wanted before we carry on going into a mini break before we get into. I don't know. Did you catch any? I know you don't watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Of course not.
Okay. So it was revealed that Kanye had an issue with her sex. But here's the thing. Remember, we talked about when we came back in May, and we talked about the battle between the Met Gala versus the Derby. And we talked about Kim's dress.
We sure did.
I remember you stating the fact that, it was, Kanye, he wanted Kim to, to be featured and all that stuff because, be the plus one, blah, 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 blah. All right. This is where I sometimes
fast forward.
Yeah. We fast forward to their show. And Kanye had a problem with her dress and the outfits and all this quote unquote sexiness. And Kim says, paraphrasing, is like, look, you knew me as this sexy diva and all that stuff, and now you have a problem with it. He was like, hey, I'm not on your journey of this spirituality, whatever spirituality you're on. And I was like, okay. Yeah, it just reminded me of what you said about, he's like, Kanye is here to support Kim and all that stuff, and he's dressed down and she's dressing all sexy and all that stuff.
So how long has he been doing Sunday service now?
I think since it's been a good almost 5-6 months.
Okay, so that's about around the time when I said it.
Right.
So now that he's going through this whole spiritual journey with Sunday service and everything, he's shedding a new light.
If you call it that.
I mean, shade no shade. You can't be mad at her because, hey, I was wearing all this before we even got together. But now you want to go on this spiritual journey, and cool. And the thing is, she supports him 100%. But at the same time, you can't change a person overnight either. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Not to say
in this case scenario.
Yeah, like this is kind of like it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So yeah, like I mean, what did he say? It's not acceptable or something.
He just sounded like a freaking conservative nut job, and it's like it's just like, dude, come on, you've been crying and whining trying to get this girl for years. You finally got her, and now you want to put her in a package. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Exactly.
So it's like,
he did Sunday service here at Howard. Shout out to all my fellow HU alumni for celebrating Howard Homecoming last weekend, because he was at Howard Homecoming last weekend. So I was scrolling through Instagram. First of all, I troll Instagram. I do. I'm not going to lie. I troll it very often. So there was a clip of him with security at Howard's Homecoming, and he's like, giving people 5, whoever reached their hand out, whatever. And security was like right there with him. So about 5-6 feet behind him is Kim and the kids, and I'm like, why wouldn't he let his wife walk ahead of him, knowing that she has these kids? And honestly, the crowd just seemed like it was kind of like all over her and the kids, but he got the tight security up there with him. So I just kind of like it's a certain respect level that's not there. If it's me, I don't know if it's me or not.
He's in this weird frame of mindset right now. I don't know what it is. So
maybe he ain't on his medication. I don't know.
Whatever medication.
So in this whole Sunday service, don't get me wrong, I still have not seen Sunday service.
I don't care about Sunday service. I know he has it on YouTube from time to time, but I swear it's a freaking cult. I mean, to me,
you think so?
I mean, come on, you got people dressed up in his silly outfits. I mean, come on.
I thought everybody just had to wear white.
No, I've seen people dressed up in his clothing line. It's like whatever. I don't care. I mean, it's like, follow my music and let me preach you the word. And it's like, okay, this is another form of a Pied Piper situation. I'm just not down with that.
So you trying to say he the R. Kelly of the?
I didn't say that. That's a whole nother.
I don't know. I heard Sunday service was cool or whatever.
Depends on who you are.
Yeah, I'm just not interested in it. Yeah, I'm really not.
Especially from him, so.
Oh, well. Anywho, what we got lined up today besides Fashion Week?
It's just Fashion Week.
Oh, that's what's up.
All day, every day. Well, for the next, 48 minutes.
All right, well, let's do this. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to get right back. We're going to jump right into Fashion Week right here on Fashion Victuals Radio. Ready. Welcome back, everybody, to Fashion Victuals Radio right here on ripradionetwork.com. So this edition of Fashion Victuals Radio is dedicated to nothing but Fashion Week. I am a lover of Fashion Week. I love fashion. Like, it's hands down. I like eat, breathe, and sleep fashion as well as food. Food is my other love, you know what I'm saying? That's why I put the two together. Now, Fashion Week is very important for a lot of designers because, honestly, this thing can make or break your career. Now, the first one I do want to get started with is Psycho Annie, a.k.a. Vivienne Westwood. I don't know if you caught one of her show. Actually, you know what? Did you find the Pillow Talk?
Let me look for the Pillow Talk.
Yes.
But you could carry on with.
Okay, so Vivienne Westwood, if you all did not see her show back in February, around that time, during Fashion Week around that time, which was the fall and winter fashion for this year, she sent out a very broad message about global warming. And throughout her show, she talked, her models actually talked through the show. And they looked crazy. They look like unkept hippies.
Oh, wait, did you see?
They look like
from the
unkept
Paris
hippies.
show. So
yes,
so
Lord
pretty
Jesus.
much, kind of very, especially the venue itself. It's like they're very. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Westworld, Westwood with Westworld, and you have this lady with the crazy church hat here.
Honestly, the attire in this show is way better than the one she had in February. Shade, no shade. It is. Because the one that she did in February, they were like sending out messages. They had posters. They had drawn all over their clothing and everything. And I guess, and you know what? This was supposed to be a continuation of the show from February. But I guess somebody told her she needed to dial it back.
In Paris?
No bullshit. I'm serious. Wow. Because this is dialed back from what it was earlier this year.
Wow. Okay. That's strange.
I feel like she's an older woman. Vivienne Westwood has been around for ever.
So we're seeing. I mean, this dress here, I like the sheeriness.
Like I like that one. That's cute.
You know, nice top and with the earrings.
But I mean, again, it's Fashion Week. You have to like.
And this look like from Space 1999.
Exactly.
So if you for those of you who are just listening, check out the re-airing on later in the weekend on Fashion Victuals YouTube channel, so you can see some of these clips.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, that's Miss Westwood.
That is Miss Vivienne Westwood. Okay, so did you find the other one?
Well, I've seen. Well, like I say, you we're talking about the Pillow Talk line for a brief moment. So you want the promo video?
Yeah, if you hold on. Did I put the promo video out?
Huh?
On my Instagram?
I don't know, because I know you have episode 2 up, but but not, all I see is the promo video and episode 1 and episode 2.
Episode 2.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the thing.
It's like a 30-minute thing.
No, just like a clip. Just pick a place in there to do a clip.
Let me do something.
Okay.
Right?
So here's the thing. If you all have not followed, please follow the Pillow Talk Lounge on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, and on YouTube. Definitely subscribe. A few me and 3 other people have put together a talk show for women where we keep it real, like keep it 100 on any topic that we discuss.
It's Pillow Talk Lounge.
So make sure you all follow and subscribe. Episodes 1 and 2 are out, and episode 3 airs tomorrow, where we'll be talking about trading places.
Like Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd.
Well, it's men trading places, women trading places with men.
Okay, as in what, financial aspects of it, or?
Well, I mean, you got to tune in. Got to tune in.
All right.
But it's like, when it comes to dating, when it comes to household, when it comes to marriage, it's like trading places. So make sure you all tune in tomorrow, 8 p.m. on the Pillow Talk Lounge on YouTube, and make sure y'all subscribe to Fashion Victuals while you're at it. Yeah. All right. Did you find a clip?
I got 50 billion. I'm super producer, but
I'm
not Superman. I'm not Superman.
You are.
Let's see. Okay, I'm trying to find the dates. I'm looking for things. Okay, here we go. Okay, I gotta.
Yeah, let's see the clip.
Okay, we got a little bit of
little tidbit.
A little tidbit.
A little something.
Something. Hold on. Let's see. Let's put it in here. All right, here we go. Stand by. Let me.
All right, everybody.
But then again, as we keep chatting away and talk about a whole bunch of other stuff, but here we go.
Take a look at
this. Of a man,
So if you did make more money than he did, would you still make him feel like that in the home?
No, I wouldn't. You mean
right? Like, okay, so if you made more money than your husband did, okay, and maybe it's a significant amount, I don't know, 30,000 more or something like that, would you still allow him to feel like he's the king?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
absolutely. And especially if he's a real man, he will understand. Like, babe, I got this. Like, I'm never going. Like, that's you, boo. You got it. Like, I'm never going to be.
Nobody really needs to know your business. Nobody ever needs to know that I make more money than you, or you make more money than me. Like, at the end of the day, everybody should see one, 2 people as one, and say, oh man, they're doing well. Nobody.
Everybody, make sure you tune in tomorrow at the Pillow Talk Lounge on YouTube at 8 p.m. where we'll be airing episode 3, which is Trading Places. All right, getting back into Fashion Week. All right, second show that I want to kind of talk about. It's my favorite, which was Saint Laurent.
Oh, okay.
Saint Laurent.
Good.
Their whole runway was right there in front of the Eiffel Tower. They had a light show.
They started Paris Fashion Week, didn't they? wasn't this the opening night of it?
I think so.
Yeah, they sort of like
it's amazeballs.
Yeah,
like I loved it.
So
plus the fashion, I love Saint Laurent. So, but I was just amazed. Like to me, the thought and effort was put into it on how their runway should be. Their runway is long as hell. He's walking for days.
This is like a good workout for somebody.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I mean, shoot. Even if you're wearing high heel boots as you're seeing here, and I like the jean cuts, which is a rarity you see now.
And you see how Saint Laurent kept it simple.
Simple.
Yes.
Actually, it modernized modern. If you want to put it that way.
Yes, it did.
I'm kind of curious of the people who are watching it on the sides. It's kind of like, okay, how are you viewing this? Because as you can see, you have all the effect lights and things like that, and everything. So
that's true.
It's more like a big commercial than an actual fashion show. But
they had a huge audience too, because that's a large audience for a fashion show during Fashion Week. They had a lot of people there. Shout out to Naomi Campbell because she did an appearance at the end of the show.
Ah, I see. I didn't catch that. But,
yes, she did an appearance. But I think that when you put effort into how the show is, how it's presented, and how you have your models looking in the show, I think it's awesome. Awesome. Yeah. So I like the look. It's there's some very unique clothing within Saint Laurent. Because mind you, every time I see the logo, I'm thinking this is like, okay, can I get this off the rack somewhere? No.
So, but
you cannot.
Yeah. So
you definitely have to go to like Tyson's too.
Yes, that's where I see that a lot.
Tyson's too, definitely. Okay, next, can we show one of my other favorites?
Sure.
Balmain.
Why them?
You know why I like Balmain? Because I love their creative director right now, Olivier Rousteing.
Right.
He's awesome. He's a young guy, and he has an eye for fashion.
Which I recently saw a video of surprise of Rihanna talking to Anna Wintour, and she was talking about some various people that she likes right now who has this new eye for fashion, and he's one of them.
He is.
So actually, I do like kind of the black and white patterns that I see here. Very,
absolutely
very actually, the symmetry of everything is very nice, and this really popped my eye. Is the green here? The green, some of the
green is one of the new colors.
Right.
Definitely
green. I can, but here it has this weird '80s vibe when I saw some of the models wearing shades. It just it gave me that.
Oh, the shades.
Yeah, there's somehow it had that. Well, actually, later on we'll see some other fashion. It gave me this huge '80s vibe. Like here, this outfit is gold black outfit.
Love it.
And then the way it's boxed in, it looks like something that Max Headroom's daughter would wear.
Well, he did a lot of symmetricals in this show.
That's the thing.
He did a lot of clean lines. He did a lot of shapes in this show.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, for him, that's stepping out of the Balmain box.
Well, but I can tell I like this, cape here, nice and shiny and things like that. Now we're seeing more of the color outfits right now. Again, Fashion Victuals YouTube channel. You'll see in a couple days if you want to see these pieces. But my thing is like, I mean, I know you're trying to go out of the box, but at the same time, you're trying to avoid going back into a box of like shoulder pads and things of like that nature. But I don't.
History repeats itself, though.
Yeah, but sometimes the history repeats itself because somebody likes
somebody.
And this looked like Grace Jones came back or something. So this black and orange thing going on. But I understand the fact of hey, it comes back, but then again, it's like, do we really need the big shoulder pad look and the box cut look?
Again, I think that what he was going for in this show was the clean lines, and the shoulder pad look. It's big and bulky, so it kind of comes out like pretty much a line and asymmetrical in the way and comes down. So I don't know. I honestly just love this show. It wasn't as the concept of this show wasn't as broad as Saint Laurent, but the fact that the gold in the background of this show and the flooring, because if you notice, the flooring was black and white, and it was in diamonds, shaped in diamonds. So all those effects kind of come into place when he presented these colors and everything in front of us. So I am like, I love Balmain. Shout out to oh my God, I love Balmain. One of my favorite designers.
Okay. So, okay, I'm going to point out, we've been mainly talking about the Paris ones. I want to point out one, and I felt like I want to talk about its beginning and then where it was going. And we're going to Milan, folks, and we're going to
Let's go to Milan.
And it's the Gucci show. And I right now I'm really wondering what the hell are they thinking right now. So if you're watching right now on ripradionetwork.com or anything, they started off with people in straight jackets.
They did.
And the runway was a conveyor belt, and it just felt, it started weird.
I think that with the beginning of the show, it kind of gave like this factory vibe. Think about it, because they were on conveyor belts. They all wore straight jackets, and they were very still.
Yeah, they were still and everything. So, but now you see started the color fashions, nice, bright, vibrant colors. I like this lime green, yellow.
Love it.
And, people are moving. And
I'm not a Gucci fan.
But still, it's like, I understand the show concept. You're trying to feel like, okay, when you see a show start off like that, and then you start seeing the show that you want to see, you kind of wonder, it's like, okay, is this the vision you wanted? Is this how you wanted to start and then get to here? So I don't know. And like here, this is like this 1970s vibe and things like that, with the bell bottoms and the gold chain glasses. And we see this sort of like this Seattle look in a sense. So, I mean, I can tell things are moving along here, but Gucci's show was kind of like, I don't know. I didn't like the start, but this, actually this kind of, that outfit looked like Elton John could wear right now.
Yes.
So
here's the thing. If you haven't noticed in fashion right now, they're very gender neutral. So I've seen a couple shows where men were actually wearing women's suits, and you really can't tell it's a man, but you know it's a man.
Right.
So I noticed that a lot of the shows really had like gender neutral fashion going on. I don't know if I'm a big fan of that or not. It is what it is, but hey, I mean, that's a badass dress. What do you mean?
It's a brown pattern, and
it's the Gucci. It's the Gucci staple.
Yeah. So
and a full
I think
dress.
The glasses even help. The glasses, I think, they're really been featured.
They stole that
show.
from Elton John. I ain't gonna lie. That is Elton John's complete look.
Yeah.
But even though this wasn't one of my favorites, I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed the colors. And what people need to realize is that when they show these colors in their shows, these are the colors that they're representing for the season.
Right.
So you have to think ahead. Like right now, the fashion week that just passed is for spring and summer of 2020. So think about the colors and the patterns that they had in this show. And it's going to pop up because, fashion is always ahead of time and what it is. So, I like the Gucci show. It was all right. But I know they probably was sending out a message on those conveyor belts. And the fact that they were under hot water earlier this year, it really didn't help.
Yeah, so that's why it was like, what the hell are you doing, man? So.
What's next?
Let's
Give me another one.
Actually, I think the one that really liked in Milan is and especially the ending of it is I'll put it like halfway so people can see it. Actually.
Okay.
Is the Versace show. I mean, I like the bags. I like the cool, slick looks. And
it was simple.
It was very simple. So, and especially Milan, but what really shut it down was the remaking of J-Lo's dress.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
her just coming out, surprising everybody. And the way she walked gracefully and everything. So
amazing.
And I'm like, J-Lo.
Yes.
I mean, our very last couple
J-Lo,
weeks ago, it's like
50 years old,
and still look at those legs. I mean, she's
now.
striding down. It's just like, yeah, look at me. And it's
50 and fine.
Yes, you can.
That's what
50
she is.
And fabulous.
Yes, so, 50 and fine, 50 and fabulous. And the fact that she can still get in a dress like that and look amazing in it.
Yeah, so
she shut it down.
Yeah,
she completely shut it down.
Yeah, Milan was the show that.
So you think Milan's Fashion Week was better than all the other ones?
I think, here's the thing. Well, the way I view it
is Donatella Versace.
Yeah, the way I view it is I was looking at blocking this together. Like Paris had a lot of very elaborate staples and with their fashion. It's like very it has that European flair. There's European names and things like that. But then you have like where Milan had those notable ones. You had Prada, you had Versace, you have Gucci. Those the names that
most of the
Fendi.
notable ones.
Yeah,
are there.
The notable ones. So I think those is like the battle. Which league you like, the American or the national? And here it's like between.
I didn't
Paris
like anything American.
Ooh, you want to go to New York now?
Let's go to New York.
Okay.
Take me to New York.
All right. Well, let's say this. We both agree on this.
Home.
We both agree on this one. Is Savage Fenty. We have to agree on
So, let me tell you about Fenty. Okay? When Rihanna started her Fenty line this year, she shut the damn game down. Her show, I told people, it's comparable to Beyonce's Homecoming for Coachella. That's how amazing her show was. And like, I sat there and I was like, honestly, the show is an hour. Her show was an hour long, but it did not feel like an hour at all. Okay.
No. Well, again, it's edited, of course, but what we saw was edited version. Now, if you were there at the show, it could have been, like I said, a little bit longer. But this I want to point out. Normani, when she came out, she kind of did something that I don't think. But this is why I said Victoria is pretty much done. Mm-hmm. If you look how she's moving and all that stuff, you're actually seeing how the material is complimenting her. It's breathable. It's very athletic, athletic wear and things like that. And I felt like it's like that you don't see in Victoria's Secret's outfits, and that's why I felt like they have a problem.
How about the fact that every dancer had on a piece of Savage Fenty?
Mind you, Rihanna's always been known to put that out there as like exposing, having all the models wear no matter what they're doing.
Absolutely.
And doing like that. And yes, we love you, Riri.
We do.
I'm
love
waiting
Riri.
for R9. That's all I care about.
And let me tell you, and another thing is that her stuff is affordable.
Right.
Her Savage Fenty line is affordable. She's always throwing deals out there. She's always throwing package deals out there. Like, I love Savage Fenty. And if you have not checked out her show, go to Amazon Video and check out the Savage Fenty show for 2020.
You will not think about Victoria's Secret ever again.
Hell no. Victoria's Secret don't have nothing on Savage Fenty. Yeah. Nothing.
So, you want to take a mild break?
Yeah, let's take a quick break.
Yeah, take a quick break.
All right, everybody. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to jump right into Fashion Victuals Radio in Paris. We're going to go to Paris. You want to go to London? All right, we're going to London when we come back. Welcome back, everybody, to Fashion Victuals Radio right here on ripradionetwork.com. Now, we're going to Paris.
Going back to Paris?
Going back to Paris.
All right.
That's right. We're going back to Paris.
All right. Where do you want to go to?
Surprise me.
All right. This is another one where I felt like, okay, I know what you're trying to do, but I'm not sure. You can pronounce this name.
Balenciaga.
Yeah.
Balenciaga.
It felt like a music video that gone wrong.
This like from the top glance, it looked like.
And a lot of older models too.
Yes, this year they had a lot of older models walking the runway. Mm-hmm. I noticed that because I noticed that with Vivienne Westwood first. She had like a lot of older women in her show. Yeah. And Balenciaga has a lot of older men in their show. Yeah. Look at this.
Yeah, that guy is just like, you should be in a corporate office or something. With that outfit. I mean, let's put it this way. I do like the outfits. I do like the jackets. And the.
You know what? This
I
is
would
another
wear this.
thing.
I mean, if I had the price, the money for it. So
this is another thing that I wanted to point out. I don't want this to sound too racial, but I noticed that a lot of the models this year are very, very, very dark.
Yeah, a lot of dark.
A lot of
African
dark
tones. Yeah.
Yes.
So, which I think is a good thing.
I think it's a good thing too.
But you gotta want to match it with the outfit.
and they put the darker colors on them now, so it kind of looks like they're fading out.
Right.
Like the gentleman that just walked, his suit was black.
Right.
He black.
Right.
He black.
So,
black.
Like this lady here, she's wearing a pink
like this.
with pops.
I love when I see.
Yeah, she has
this.
a nice little pink dress again.
Yes.
So I mean, it pops, it shines.
It does pop and it does shine.
Which I think you kind of need. I don't know. It's. You know how they did it's like, oh, you wear this, you look good in this. And it's like, okay, all right. So, but like you said, it fades out.
It does. So. And I know what is with the black look and the heavy coats.
And see, and this here, the shoulder pads, return to the shoulder pads. This like I said,
this is such an 80s look.
Yeah, that's such an 80s look. All these shoulder pads.
I saw you in him walking in the rain.
And this guy, like, he's like, that's like anyone can wear anywhere. So,
a hippie with a lot of money. Yeah, that's what that looked like. A hippie with a lot of money. And Balenciaga didn't tickle my fancy.
No.
It didn't.
But another pair of
He got some badass bags, though.
Yeah, another pair of show, this one kind of surprised me, was this one here. This nice European.
Oh, my gosh. Maison Margiela.
So it kind of has this nice, I don't know, imperial army look, and then again, it's I mean, and mind you, the show is all, as you've seen, is slow mo and all that stuff. But I kind of like how it started, and it went on with some of the other fashions. A lot of holes, but good holes. So.
Honestly, I think, like, to me, I love the jeans. It's different. It just looked like somebody just cut them down the middle. Okay, I get it, but they probably like $400. Like this shit. Look at this.
Yeah, shit. This one, this kind of. I was okay. It was like kind of like a Sherlock homeboy. I mean, he's kind of
how skinny he is.
Hey, it's a European.
I mean,
fashion.
super skinny. And this is another thing. Like, I noticed this year the models were even skinnier.
Yeah, that I do.
It's like, okay, you suffering from malnutrition somewhere.
And this looks like the nun look. So
there's no way in four hells I'm doing that. There's no way.
So. But yeah.
Hey.
And we got a special guest coming in the building. So, but yeah, that was kind of
Maison Margiela. I love their concept this year. I'm not a fan of how skinny the models were, but I do like the clean lines as well. But they kept it kind of dark too. Not a lot of color in their show.
Right.
And if it was color, it was very like neutral. If that makes sense.
True. So
what's next?
Actually, I want to go to London. And
we just got to Paris. Now we gotta go to London.
It's true. We're still in the EU. As long as Britain's still in the EU, we can go back and forth anytime. We only got 2 shows for this one, and one of them I gotta praise this. Posh Spice, Victoria Beckham.
Miss Victoria Beckham.
When I first saw this show, I was like, this is Victoria. Anyone could be Victoria, and then this is her. And all the outfits, her business suits to her dresses.
Her clothing line represent her.
Yes, in which I'll give her props. And again, we have a very dark skinned model.
Yep.
But she wore a very bright color outfit to make it pop, and it worked.
It doesn't fade out.
No.
Like Victoria, this is what I will say about her. Anytime she does a show, her models dress and look like her.
Right.
Not like physically look like her, but just like
dress like her.
Exactly.
Pretty much, I wouldn't say she's trying to get minions or clones of her, but this is, I mean, if anyone has followed Victoria Beckham from the days of the Spice Girls to now, she's always kind of been dressed like this, and I commend her for it, and I really think
she's always the one that stood out with the Spice Girls,
right? So
always the one that stood out.
She's not on a reunion tour, which sucks, but anyway,
right? But yes, her line was phenomenal. I loved her clothes. Again, her runway was simple. It kind of looked like she was in the middle of Union Station. If everybody know where Union Station is, there's a few of them. They got one in New York, they got one in DC, they got one in Philly. But she kept it simple. But her clothing was something. The thing is, I like this because it was something that she would wear. And it's not to get the likes and attention of the prestige, but it's like, okay, I'm going to put something out there that I will walk out my house with on.
Right.
And
actually, I think anyone could wear it. This is, I mean, these look very,
I could wear this to work,
very stylish,
to a party,
sleek. So
absolutely.
very posh. So
love it.
Yeah, it's very posh. Staying in London, this one again is one of those shows where I felt like, okay, where are you going with this?
Okay.
Burberry.
I love the Burberry show. It wasn't one of my faves, but I did enjoy the Burberry show.
I don't know. I mean, first it started. I was kind of confused on the earbuds in the middle.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
But then again, some of the clothing that came about, it was like the clothing, the clothing mashup. I kind of question.
Really?
I understand that. Yeah, I do.
Look at that jacket. I love that Burberry jacket.
Well, once we start seeing some of the guys, this is where I felt like
Yeah, he looked like he came straight out of a 50s military.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling that. I mean, some of the, like I said, the women, what they had, the frill in the bottom.
Yeah,
I think that was a bit too much.
That was a lot.
Yeah, so I mean, here this lady, has long sleeves. I don't get, but this, this black dress, with the white, sheer, it looked really good. Then the grays came in, and then there was like a lot of
he kept it very neutral as well.
Yeah, so I just,
it's part of fashion.
I know, but I just wasn't feeling all that. Now here, I like the scarf. I like the nice look.
Love it.
But the Burberry collar, I don't know why
you
put
love
that
it
in there.
because they're trying to staple their brand.
I know.
They're known for doing that. You know how they are. Because they had to get away from
this dude here. I mean, I like the jacket.
I like the jacket too.
Is pretty good, but and then this person here, I kind of like now this is a nice comfortable look, but the hoodie makes it, that's a whole other story. So, and then this dude,
that jacket looks very complicated,
yeah,
but I like it.
Too complicated.
I like it.
So, but Burberry was, I don't know, it was like an iffy show.
But you noticed that they had not one model wear their staple plaid.
True.
You did not see their staple plaid, and they're coming away from that now.
Which is, I think they need to. I mean,
you think so?
I mean, there's sometimes you have to, for any person,
I mean, you have to.
Yeah, you got to change up, grow and all that stuff. Let's see. Where we were going? Okay, let's go back to Milan.
Let's go back to Milan.
And I will give you the Fendi. So,
boom.
Very pink sunrise.
Love it.
So
pink's my favorite color anyway. So I see that they're starting out with a lot of those blush tones with their line. I love it because I love the color pink and all shades of pink.
She hiding the bags. It's like Fendi. Everyone's known about Fendi is their bags.
Yes, absolutely.
But very bright shoes there.
Man, like these models look like
they need to eat. And again,
where the hell
actually, I think it's the same girl from Victoria's show. So,
could be. She getting her bag.
Yeah, but again, I like the jacket she's wearing. So the bright white jacket there.
I love it.
So
see, that's one concept I really can't get with right now is the heels with the socks. They started this last season. I mean, well, not last season, but last year, and it's just not something I'm really like. And your feet got to stink of sweat, like wearing socks.
So
with heels.
And here we were showing your green. You said green is the new.
Love the
color.
Love the green.
So brown and green is good.
Love that Fendi bag.
Yes, everyone likes the Fendi bag.
Absolutely.
So and here now we're getting some yellow and brown, golden brown, golden brown.
Yep.
So,
but these models, man, like, how do you go from having skinny models to just looking like they just crawled out of the hospital models now? Like, I don't understand. Like, how much more skinnier can they get? They look like they nothing but about 75 pounds soaking wet.
I don't know. Well, here's another outfit from Fendi. So maybe
her bag looked like I seen
she like grandma would carry.
You know who got that bag?
What? It's a flower pattern bag.
Disney movie. Come on, tell me.
Disney movie?
Yes.
Which Disney movie?
Audi's got that bag.
Who?
Audi's?
Aldi?
Oh, the shopping center? The supermarket?
I'm talking about Mary Poppins.
Oh, Mary Poppins.
That's the Mary Poppins bag.
Oh, jeez.
Is it not? Mary Poppins had the flower bag.
Let's see. See this again?
That is the Mary Poppins bag. She has everything in that bag.
All right.
And the kitchen sink, literally.
Okay. Let's see. Where else can we go? Let's go back to Paris.
Let's go.
And the name alone is kind of funny. Miu Miu.
Miu Miu.
So, and they came in trying to be like kind of like Prada. It is like especially where they were at.
I never liked Prada. I like their brand though. I like their brand. I like their clothing. I like their bags more so than anything. I'm a big fanatic when it comes to bags.
Okay, is it a Scottish outfit or a dress? I don't get. Maybe because it's the model who's wearing it. Because this green thing, I can understand the green boots are cool, but it looked like for a second it was a kilt until I realized it was a woman walking. So
that's what's the name? Hadid. Which one?
The one that just passed, the green with the green boots.
No, but the one in the white. That was
the one is
either Bella or Gigi. I can't tell them apart anymore.
No, they all look the same. Well, if the one that can stop any crazy person walking into a runway show.
You know who I have not seen? Kendall.
I think she retired. I think she's done or burnt out.
She just started.
Well, that started 5 years ago?
Kendall Jenner?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Wow.
I see return of the shoulder pads. No one wanted the shoulder pads. They got rid of that, and now you want to bring them back. I mean, I like this, Santa Claus reversal, the green and white fluff.
That's a cute dress. I like that.
Yeah, nice blue. I like
Love
the slip.
The boots.
The boots work. So
I think that with fashion, you have to know when to recycle it, if that makes sense. Like certain things, I don't think everybody's ready for, like the shoulder pad look. I don't think people are ready for the shoulder pad look yet.
No one likes the shoulder pads. Let's fly back to New York for a hot minute because I think you want to talk about these nice little kitties here.
KK Swimwear. Let me tell you, this designer got these little girls looking laid out. Okay, this thing came out with the hat on to match her swimsuit.
Dude,
look at that.
The look.
Giving them face. Come on.
I swear.
Look at this. These girls is walking.
I kind of question it. At the same time, I understand what they're trying to do. Is like, I know you want them to be.
These girls is walking.
Kids, and things like that. So I get it.
Look at that. They walk better than half the models I done seen. Look at this. So, she got to be like 15. She's working on it. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I love it because she's giving these girls an avenue. And she's starting them young. Like, my mom started us young. I started at 7. My sister was like 3 or 4.
Right.
Walking. Look at this. Look at this. Yes, sis. With the natural hair. Look at and giving face. You can't tell me.
Mind you, the color patterns are all the same. She's like 10, man.
Oh, no, that's how I was legs.
Oh, jeez.
No, I just thought they shouldn't be doing children like that.
Why not? She got to be like 16, 15.
That's how they start. They start that young.
She got this hand thing going on. I didn't like the way she walked. The little girls walk better than the teenagers.
Right.
I'm not going to lie.
But yeah, I'll give, swimwear themselves, I think they're very colorful. I like the color schemes and things like that, and I think a lot of teenagers would enjoy how they look. So things like that.
And if your mama's small enough, she could wear the outfit too if she's the size of a teenage girl. Y'all can buy one, get one free.
So, but yeah, that's our review. Based off the time, we only have like 3 minutes left. So that's.
Do we have Did we do Tom Ford?
No Tom Ford. We got Michael Kors.
Let's just run through Michael Kors real quick since we really didn't do nothing in New York, and that's America.
Except for Fendi. And so Michael Kors was okay. I think
he still looks the same.
Yeah, it looks very basic, and even I don't know if you saw the Ralph Lauren show too. It was kind of basic.
He can't outdo himself until after Ralph Lauren stepped down. The fashion shows to me haven't been the same.
Right. So
and the one when he stepped down, they went out with a bang.
Right.
So.
My Michael Kors here, if you can see, it looked like
it's pretty much average.
It's very average. It just didn't.
I seen that the other day in the store.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Right.
I want to give a shout out to some looks that are coming that a lot of people should keep an eye on. This Pierre Moss. I like the show. I will respect the show.
What is wrong with her legs?
I don't know. That's the way it's very tight fitting. So, and at the same time, they had a nice church service type of thing going on here. So, and Taj in there, but
I see.
Some of the outfits I kind of question, like this one
he
here.
Looks very uncomfortable.
Very unusual pattern. But yeah, I think it's something to keep an eye on.
Menswear.
Yeah. And then this one kind of popped my eye. And I think we were talking about, again, skinny models. But let's talk about the Pretty Little Things in Swati.
Pretty Little Things at a fashion show. Shout out to Pretty Little Things. I like their clothing too. Is that Sweetie?
Sweetie, yeah.
Well, she has a line with them now.
Right.
So she did the Cardi B thing.
Right. So this is her show. She had some nice outfits here going on. So
she's bouncing way too hard.
Yeah. But again, I think here it looks like the average girl can wear. So,
she that short?
Ooh, that's Lil' Kim.
Oh, that's Lil' Kim. I was about to say.
So yeah.
Yes, Kim.
Yeah, Kim still got it.
Your face still stuck. I love it. I love it.
So, but yeah. So those are little tidbits from that show. But
all right.
But all in all, yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, thank you, Brian. And I hope you all enjoyed our Fashion Week review today. And we took you from New York to London to Paris to Milan. And if you all had any ones in particular that you wanted to kind of look into, send me a comment, DM me, or send it to one of our social media handles, fashionvictuals.com, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at fashionvictuals. And again, make sure you all check us out tomorrow at the Pillow Talk Lounge, 8 p.m., where we'll be reviewing our episode 3, which is Trading Places. I'm sorry, I'm hungry. Yes. My stomach is growling right now. I told you 2 loves, fashion and food. That's all. That's why the show is called Fashion Victuals. All right, everybody. Tune in next week. I'm probably going to be Dolo next week, too, right?
Well, we'll have a guest.
Oh, well, you do have a guest. Brian, I got to catch up with some stuff, okay? All right, everybody. Enjoy your Hump Wednesday. And hopefully you all had kicked back and had a drink by now, especially those getting out of traffic. All right. Take care. Peace.